Thank you. Welcome once again to our channel, Marriage Works channel. I want to say thank you for watching our videos, commenting, subscribing, and even calling us. We really appreciate you. You matters a lot. You are our family, and we are together in this. My name's Annie Maina Nyamo, a marriage counselor, a trainer in marriage program called Married for Life Training. I've also authored a book, Marriage Works, and we also train premarital training. Thank you so much. Today, we have a very interesting topic, which I feel it is of so much great help to us as family. We said in this channel, we talk about the families. And our responsibility is to see that families are together, families are working in unity. And we have a topic about respecting parents. All of us, we are a product of family. We have parents, either spiritual parents, biological parents, or adopted families. Parent, and all of them, they are parents to us. And as children, we should be very careful how we relate with our parents. We should be people that respect our parents, take care of them, talk to them, and do what we can for them. In Proverbs 20:22 says, if someone curses their father or mother, their lamp will be stuffed out in pitch darkness. Verse 21, an inheritance claimed too soon will not be blessed at the end. Verse 22, do not say, I'll pay you back for this long. Wait for the Lord. He will avenge you. In this verse, we are learning about respecting the parent and disrespecting the parent. And each and every area, respecting or disrespecting, there is a cause. And the person who disrespect their parent or insult their parent, they break the commandment that it is in Exodus 20 verse 12 that says, honor your father and your mother. And this is only the commandment that has a promise to all of us, a promise of long life to them that obey the commandment. So we have a responsibility, not only respecting our parents, even obeying them. We have seen in Proverbs 20 verse 20 that says, whomever curses his parent, that is the mother and the father, their lamp will be stuffed out in pitch darkness. I want us to think about our lamp. Our lamp is our star. Our lamp, it is our life. And when your life has been cast, you live in distractor's life. You live in such a manner that even what you are supposed to do, you may be educated. You may be so good in business. You may be, somebody, when we look there, when people look at you, they see you and they admire you. But when your life has been cast, especially by your parent, and most of this, the biological parent, you live in distraction. There is no basis for children to disrespect their parent. The only what you are supposed to do is to show them respect, and that is only the way to show gratitude, to show appreciation of what they have done unto us, by even providing for them, being there for them. Your love for your parents, it's so much. Your parents have sacrificed. A number of our parents, they have really sacrificed for us. Why? Because even you being carried in your mother's womb up to the time he gives birth to you, that is enough to respect them. They may not have educated you because of their challenge. They may not have been there for you because of the challenge of life. But one thing that we should be very grateful, that your mother conceived you, he carried you on her womb up to the time that he gave birth to you. That is one of the things that you should respect her and say thank you. Why? Kuna wengine they conceived and they decided to abort, but your mother never aborted you. He carried your pregnancy, he carried you in her womb up to the time she gave birth to you. That is enough to be grateful and appreciate them. Remember, the word in Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit of it. Uhai na kifo iko katika mdomoni mwetu, and it is upon you to choose how you are going to relate with your parent. Do you want them to bless you? Do you want them to curse you? Decide. And also you decide, how do I relate with my parent in a very peaceful way? By respecting them, being there for them, and do what you are supposed to do, because you have a take. Because we wouldn't want our lamb to be put off by our parent. We wouldn't want that curse that can be spoken by our parent when we hurt them, or we speak evil upon them. We would want to be our right to ride our lamb, to keep on writing, so that we shall be productive. We'll be able to be fruitful in that what we do. That is the desire of every one of us, that we want to be at peace, we want to be productive, we want to be responsible enough to do our assignment. Because when you are the curse, you are not able to feel your assignment. The other thing is, we may have parents that they had labored a lot, and we know that they have wealthy, and as a children, it is normal to desire to have the wealthy that your parent has. But remember, that wealthy belongs to them. It is for them to decide when to give you your inheritance. You don't demand forcibly. No. Once you demand forcibly, many times you have witnessed people ambaye walitumia nguvu wakapatiwa wealthy, and it never benefited them. Even in the case, there is a Bible, a prodigal son, that he was given his inheritance, and when he went out, he was not able to manage the inheritance. Why? Because he asked the inheritance the wrong time, and finally he came back empty-handed. And we want that whatever our parents entrust us with, that it may be fruitful in our life, that we are able to manage it. Why? When we have blessing from our parents, when they give then they give us their inheritance, we are able to manage it wisely. because they have given us willingly. As a family, even when you know things in your family is not right, we should stand in the gap and correct that is what is not good. Correct with a lot of love, with a lot of humility, and make sure that our relationship with parent, it is right. You may have been brought in a family, in a setup of a family, that your parent would have been violent because they are there. There are such cases. But yours is not to revenge. You should try the much you can and see whatever was not right when you are growing up, between you and your parent, between your sibling and your parent, stand in the gap and collect. It is important. Don't watch hopelessly, things are getting bad, but you are saying, I have nothing to do. No, you have a lot to do. You need to stand in the gap, ask for forgiveness on behalf of your sibling to your parent, and do what you can be able to do. We see in the case of 1 Samuel, verse 25, 18, there was a case of this man called Nabal and David. And because of the hospitality that David had done to Nabal, he requested for appreciation. And when Nabal refused, David was so furious, and he thought of how he is going to end the life of Nabal and his family. But you see, his wife was a very wise woman. He stood in the gap, and he took things and went and asked for forgiveness from David. And David was able to change his mind. This woman was a very wise woman, a very understanding woman. She could not just stay and say, it is my husband who has done it. No. He raised up and knew, if my husband is killed, we are also killed together with him. And he stood in the gap and saved his family. She showed total humility before her enemy, because at that particular time, David was their enemy and would have done anything that would finish them. But she never allowed that. She never allowed the evil to come to her family. She knew the truth, and she stood up and did what she was supposed to do. There is a story is told in our village, which is a very true story. I know that man, I know the family, and I'm talking out of what I know. There was a family, and it happened like this. That family had there was a man and a woman. They had their children, and it came a time one day that the old lady died. That now the wife of this man. And as all of us, we know that kukaa ushago ukiwa peke yako, it is not easy. And the son was staying in a lobby and decided, I'm going to take my father, ndio awache kuteseka, nikae na yeye, nimsaidie, I take care of him. And that is what a good person would do, a very wise person would do to his parent. But when the old man came to Nalombi, as all of us we know, staying with old people, it is not easy. At times it is hard. And the wife felt, hii ni kazi gumu sana. And at one point, they talked together with the husband and they agreed they are going to relocate their father back at home and probably employ a houseboy or somebody to take care of them. And they did that. They agreed, and the father was taken back at home. And the father stayed there. As usual, you know, even when these old men, it is not easy to stay with people. alikuwa anaandikiwa kijana, leo anaandikiwa huyu, wanakaakaa wanakosana, anaandikiwa mwingine, and at the end of it hakukufa akiwa mtu ambaye ako na amani, na akakufa and he was buried. Then later on, this young man, he grew and he tired, and they relocated back at home in the village. And the man grew. At one point, the wife died. And remember, the wife is the one that had told his husband, arudishe babake nyumbani. And the son of this man that had returned the father back at home, akaona babake anateseka, and he decided the same, achukue babake wakae na yeye Nairobi. Na akamchukua na wakaenda, wakakuja Nairobi wakakaa. Hiyo kitu ikajirudia. At one point, now the wife of the son felt, it's too much. Let's take daddy back at home. Na tumtafutie mtu wa kumwangalia. And they did that. Just before they arrived at their home, there was a seasonal river somewhere. Wakifuka, that old man stood and told the son, wait, I tell you a story. Akamwambia, unaona hii mto unanurukisha? That is what I did to your dad, to my dad, now the grandfather. The same story happened, and my wife told me to take dad back at home kwa sababu hawakuwa wanaelewana. And now it has repeated itself. Nataka kunirudisha. Decide, hii mtindo ama hii routine is here, this routine to end with you, or to continue. It is upon you. The man sat down, thought about it, and told his dad, let's go back to Nairobi. They came back to Nairobi, and the man narrated the whole story to the wife. The wife was a very considerate woman, a very wise woman, and told him, let dad stay. And that thing ended there. Why? Because they decided we cannot be a victim. Mambo inaenda ikijirudishia, ikiwa baya kwetu. And that is what a wise person that's supposed to do. Take charge. Don't let your dad. Don't abuse your dad. Don't revenge with your parent. But turn around. Whatever that was meant to finish you, don't allow it to finish you as a family. Stand in the gap. Treat your parent well. They may be violent. They may be abusive parents, because at times they are. But pray God, and God will help you, so that you end up the routine by being nice to them, by respecting them. Don't abuse them. Why? Because they can put your lamp off. And the lamp, it is our life. Don't allow them to curse you. Don't talk arrogantly to them. Mark 3:13 says, you have spoken arrogantly against me, says the Lord. Yet you ask, what have we said against you? At times, kama watoto, we see things are happening to us, ama to our children, and we start asking ourselves, what have we done? And at times, it is us that we have caused what is happening to our children or to our lives, because we disrespected our parent. We spoke evil to them. Then they put off our lamp. Let's take charge of our life, and don't allow the enemy to overtake you by telling you that your parents are bad. No, don't talk ill about them. But where you need to correct. Where you need to seek for forgiveness, seek for forgiveness on behalf of your sibling. Thank you so much. I pray that God will help you and me that we may be able to work with our parents in a very respectful way, in a very peaceful way, even where we feel that they have wronged us. We are not going to revenge, but we try the much we can and correct that need to be corrected. Try much we can and live in peace with them until that time that their Creator will call them home. Thank you so much. Be blessed. That is my prayer, and I believe it is your prayer. Let's live peacefully with our parent. Thank you so much. Continue commenting on our YouTube. Continue subscribing. And you can still also call us. My number is 0721 827 435. You can call me, you can reach up to me, connect with me, and we are going to talk. As I said, that we have services that we offer for families. We do the training for married life. Wale wako katika ndoa, we do the training. Wale wanajipanga kuoa, we do the training for marital. And we will talk one-on-one with the couples. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Remember, I have a book, Marriage Works. You can order for it, and I'll make sure that you have it. Thank you. Be blessed until we meet again. Bye-bye.